Well, a bull market is when a bull walks into a grocery market, and a bear market is when a bear goes into the grocery market.
It's a fun question to ponder. How much do you think you know about money?
A little bit.
Very little.
I know enough to get me in trouble.
I know a lot about money.
As we get older, do we get more knowledgeable when it comes to our finances? Well, we brought in 4 people of 4 different age groups.
My name is Josh, I'm 14 and I'm a high school student.
Hello, my name is Jess. I'm 21 years old and I go to the University of Iowa.
My name is Carrie. I am 31 years old and I'm an e-commerce business manager.
Hi, my name is Dana. I'm 52 years old.
And we ask them the same money questions to see if there's a difference. And then we also brought in a financial advisor.
Hi, my name is Thomas Riley and I'm a financial advisor for Strategic Wealth Designers.
Just in case we needed to clear anything up.
I know quite a bit about money, being experienced with retirement planning, having a finance degree, and also being a registered investment advisor.
So, let's begin.
How well do you save money? Sort of good. I can save up for a few things that I want.
Well, I am a college student, so you may think that I'm really bad at saving money, but I'm actually very, very good. I save about 80% of my paychecks.
Not well. I was doing well with my 401k, putting money into savings. Then I moved to Colorado and my expenses went up, so my savings went down.
When I was in my 20s, I felt like I was going to live forever, and I would just spend when I had money. But I've learned some lessons, some tough lessons, and so now I'm really better about if I don't have it as cash to buy, I don't spend it.
No matter what, you want to consistently always pay yourselves first, which is what we always do before we take care of other things such as expenses and other adventures that we might be spending our money on.
What do you think of when you hear the word retirement? I think of relaxing on the beach,
Nice cocktail in my hand,
Not going to work every single day,
traveling and having fun.
sitting around at home watching Netflix.
staying up late, sleeping in, and just kind of living your best life.
It means when you have enough money to live without a job and to thrive.
I feel like it's a long way away. I think of a lot of sacrifice for a reward that you're not going to see for 30, 40 years. I think of enjoyment, but it also kind of scares me a little bit.
You don't want to wait too late because you want to be young enough to still have all that fun.
How much money do you need to retire? A lot. You need a lot of money to retire, and it depends on what kind of life you live and when you want to retire.
I'd probably say around at least $800, $1 million.
I would say you need about $1 million.
Oh, I would need probably 2 million.
I feel like you give me $2 million and I could retire.
So that question is a little bit more difficult to answer because it totally depends on someone's independent financial situation. Some people are going to need over $1 million. Some people might only need a couple $100,000. So the answer varies depending on your specific situation. So what do you know about investing? So what I know about investing is that in the long run, it's always good to be in the stock market.
It's like you can invest in stocks.
Stocks, crypto.
I know I can buy stocks on Robinhood. I know I have a 401k.
401k, stocks and bonds, cryptocurrency.
NFTs, all that type of stuff.
And you can either lose or gain money from those stocks.
It's a very volatile industry, but over time is typically a good idea.
You make an investment to further get more money in the future.
But as you get older, you want to reduce that risk as you get close to retirement and you actually start wanting to withdraw that money. You want to be careful with the risk. But with investing in general, it can get complicated, so you want to do your research or work with a professional.
What do you know about the stock market? I really don't know that much about the stock market.
I know very little about the stock market. I know that it goes up and down.
Well, I know that the stock market is a platform where you can buy into certain companies and have some ownership of a corporation. And I also know that it fluctuates a lot. So you buy low and sell high.
You buy a certain percentage from a company, and if that company grows, your money will grow, and you can either buy it or you can keep your stocks in that company until a later date.
So I know it's something that could be risky, but I've seen rewards from other people's testimonies. So I think it's one of those things where it's something you could do if you have someone telling you how to do it the best.
So whenever you're investing in the stock market, Again, you have to be careful with how you're investing and make sure it's appropriate for your comfort level for risk, and also keep in mind your goals about when you want to use that money in the future.
What is a bull market and a bear market? I have no idea at all.
I absolutely have no idea.
Well, a bull market is when a bull walks into a grocery market, and a bear market is when a bear goes into the grocery market.
A bull market, when the market's going up over a certain amount of time, and a bear market is when it's going down.
So what a bull market is going to be is basically going to be a stock market that's continually rising kind of month after month after month. And then a bear market is actually going to be where you have consecutive downward months. And then two, the market has fell from high to low by over 20%. For bulls and bears, basically bulls have horns that kind of go upwards, so that means markets are going up. And then bears kind of go downwards more, so that means that bears are facing downwards and the market's falling.
When will you start saving for retirement? I'm going to start saving for retirement as soon as I get a full-time job, and I will put as much as I can into that 401k, and I will also be smarter with my investing.
I'm gonna start saving pretty much right away so that I can retire early and live out a good life.
I guess I've technically started saving, but like, I could be doing better, right? 25 is when I started, but I should really start now.
I wish I would have started saving for retirement when I started working when I was 18. What I'm doing now, because of my age, is I am trying to save, but I'm also trying to pay down my mortgage. A big retirement goal for me is to have a home that's paid off.
When I start saving for retirement, and basically everyone else should follow this advice as well, is as soon as possible. Whenever you have, say, your first job and they have, say, a 401k, a 403b, you want to start putting money into that as soon as possible. So the earlier the better, and that's what my wife and I did.
What is a 401k? It is some sort of retirement account that has something to do with a law that was enacted.
Some money gets set aside from each paycheck.
And I put money into it every paycheck, and my company matches some of it.
So let's say you want to put 6%, and usually your employers can match that.
The company will actually provide you a match, say of 4%, that will match the 4% from your payroll that you're putting into your actual 401k.
And you get it when you retire or when you're older, something like that.
You can't touch a 401k until after age 59 and a half.
You can borrow against your 401k before you retire, but it is expensive. There are penalties to do that.
And then it's tax deferred, and that means that you got to pay taxes when you pull the money out, but you actually get a deduction on your taxes on the contributions you put in.
My advice is to put as much as you can into your 401k because it's harder to invest when you are older rather than younger.
And one day, I'll be able to retire off of it, is what they tell me.
What is a Roth IRA? Well, a Roth IRA is a personal investment that you can set up yourself.
A Roth IRA is a bank-held account where you put funds away from money that you earn. You save that money there.
I don't know.
IRA is individual retirement account, and all I know is it's where I put my money if I max out my 401k.
A Roth IRA is basically an individual retirement account that you pay into after tax contribution. You pay taxes up front, the money grows tax deferred, and then you get to withdraw that money tax-free. Roth IRA is one of the best investments out there. So who taught you how to save money? So to start off, it would be my parents. They were always kind of diligent with kind of savings, and we had certain allowances over time.
Well, my dad taught me how to save money from growing up. We were on a very strict budget just because he really liked to save money, and I appreciate that.
Partly my dad and a lot of myself.
Nobody. My parents were picky with where they spent their money. They never really taught me to save. I just naturally picked up on that. So it was never something I've actually learned.
I mean, I think I watched my mom. She was a single mother. She definitely had to learn how to save money. I, knew kind of from growing up that we didn't have a lot coming in. So we had to definitely live below our means. That's basically how I learned to save money.
So, how did our guests feel after this experiment?
The questions a few were challenging.
I now know that I have some homework to do because I don't really have a good overall understanding of investing and how to properly invest.
Having taken finance classes before, I've got the baseline knowledge, but there's quite a bit I could learn, and just reading those questions is all right, these are things I should know, but I don't.
They don't teach finance in school, and I think it would be really important for the next generation coming up that they show them and teach them about finances and how to look at your money and how important your money is.
It is very important for people to be financially literate. You don't necessarily have to be a financial advisor, get a finance degree, and be, say, a security licensed person. However, it's very good for anyone out there to actually have some financial literacy, therefore they can take care of their own finances.
Oh, and one more thing.
If y'all like this video and you want to see more like it, press that like button. If you have any comments, please leave them below. And as always, please subscribe to this YouTube channel.